Congratulations on being accepted into St. Lawrence College. You're about to start a journey of a lifetime. This video will outline everything you need to know. It's your first step to a successful experience in Canada and at St. Lawrence College. Step 1. Where to start? If you still need a visa to study in Canada, contact the embassy in your country or visit the website given in the document. Contact the International Office. Once you have received your visa or study permit, please let the International Office know so we can prepare for your arrival. We'll also need to know if you're using an agent or not. If you are using an agent, please ensure that you are receiving our emails to an email address that you frequently check. We'll also need to know what city you'll be arriving in by plane. If you're attending Kingston or Brockville campus, it would be a good idea to fly to Toronto or Ottawa. For Cornwall, the best airport is located in Montreal, as it's very difficult to travel between the cities of Ottawa and Cornwall by public transportation. Welcome sessions. There will be 2 dates you need to mark on your calendar before coming to Canada. First will be the International Welcome Session that's usually held several days before classes. The second date will be your orientation day. Both sessions need to be attended. This will help you prepare to have a successful start in Canada. Book your flight. Try to book your flight so you arrive at least a week before the welcome session, so that you can get a little more comfortable in your new home. Get to know your city. Research the town you'll be living in. Find out where the nearest grocery stores are to your housing and Google the many things you can do for fun. This may be your first time abroad and a little research can go a long way. Step 2. Make housing arrangements. It is important to find housing before you arrive in Canada. Students who do not find a place to live prior to arriving should arrange to stay in a hotel temporarily. There are multiple housing options during your stay in Canada: residence, homestay, off-campus room rental, and renting on your own. Residence is an on-campus option for students that includes internet, a meal plan, areas for students to gather, and is conveniently close to classes. If you require residence, you'll need to apply soon after receiving your acceptance letter, as rooms fill up fast. Homestay is an excellent choice for international students who would like to work on their English language skills. You'll rent a room from a family and meals will be prepared for you, which is a great way to feel comfortable when you are so far away from home. If you choose to rent a room off campus, you'll be living in a house near the college with up to 7 other students. You would have your own room while sharing common areas such as the kitchen, living, and bathroom. This is a great way to make friends from different cultures. If you are an older student, bringing your family, or just prefer to be on your own, renting is also an option. Off-campus housing and renting your own apartment requires a lease agreement with a landlord. You can find apartment listings online and through property management companies. Step 3. Packing. Deciding what to pack is largely determined by the time of year you'll arrive. Do some research ahead of time and do not pack in a rush. If you're arriving for a January intake, it can be very cold and snowy and slippery during the winter months. Be sure to pack warm clothes, boots, and a coat. If you're arriving for our fall or summer intake, you can pack lighter clothes for warmer weather, but be prepared as the temperature can change daily. Before leaving home, you should organize at least one night's accommodation if needed. Make sure you know if there are a few days between your move-in day and the day you arrive, and book your stay accordingly. Step 4. Arriving in Canada. Customs. Be prepared to spend 30 to 60 minutes in customs when you arrive the first time. Things you'll need to have with you in your carry-on luggage and easily retrievable include your passport, letter of acceptance to St. Lawrence College, letter of introduction, and all the papers used to obtain your study permit. Be prepared to answer questions about what you're studying and prove where and how long you'll be staying in Canada. After the questions are asked, the Border Services Officer will print your study permit. Be aware of which campus your St. Lawrence College program is and look into transportation from the airport. Make sure to leave at least a couple hours between your scheduled landing time and the time you're booked to leave for your St. Lawrence College campus town. We do not recommend taking a taxi, it's far too expensive, so research and book your options prior to landing. Ways to get to campus include via rail train, megabus, or airplane. For more information, please see the document provided. Step 5. Cultural differences. Friendliness. Things are going to be very different than the country you are from. In the beginning, this can be confusing, but also exciting. Canada and St. Lawrence College are very welcoming to new international students and will support you during your stay here if you need help. Food. Thanks to Canada's multiculturalism, we tend to have a little bit of everything when it comes to food, and we enjoy all of it. Here's your chance to try cuisine from many different cultures, but still find food that reminds you of home. Classroom differences. In Canada, it is common to call your professor by their first name, and you're encouraged to ask questions during your lecture. Teachers are happy to help you, so please ask for help if you need it. Group work is very common in a Canadian classroom. It's also a great chance to practice your English and meet new friends. In the beginning, it may make you feel nervous, but don't worry. With practice, it will become easier. Step 6. Getting settled. Visit St. Lawrence College, introduce yourself at the International Office, take a tour, and pick up your photo and receive your student card. This student card also includes a bus pass that you can use for city transit. Take a tour of your new city. Use your student card and an app like Google Maps to travel around and get comfortable with your new surroundings. Some things that will help you transition. Open a student bank account. You will need your student card for proof. If you have a phone, sign up for a plan and purchase a SIM card from a Canadian communication company.
We're excited to see you all here in Canada, and we'll see you soon.